Alright, greetings programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Imperial Agent. Hey King, right off the bat, good to see you tonight. But we are here on Taris, and there is like one hair coming down from my bandana, there we go. And we are, I guess, finishing up the planet. We've had a lot of good times here. But we still need to read the 5th Chronicle, disable the jamming station, and speak with Lord Shathan. And kind of finish off this rebel base that's causing people so many problems. And looks like all of that is in the Republic Resettlement Zone, which we have not gone to yet. Hey, Pisky! How are you doing? Good to see people on the chat already. Alright, Republic Resettlement Zone. And everything is down there. It's alright, we'll get ourselves a lay of the land. See what places we need to go to, what places to avoid. Maybe find a quest or two along the way. Here's hoping. And we got tons of Republic recon droids here along the way. I figured that would make sense if there's a Republic base. That they would have a lot of recon. And apparently a lot of rat ghouls too. These will probably be the first ones that'll get converted over under the lady's control if we don't stop her. Eating some dinner? Oh, I'm doing fine. Just de-stressing after work. Ate dinner a little bit ago, played a round of Armello, and now I'm ready to play some Star Wars and stream a bit tonight. Crater Command Base. Routing the Republic, always a good decision. And we've got the Chronicles, what is that? Disable the jamming station. So this looks like a friendly area. Imperial Siege Droid. Definitely. And we've got some quests here too, fortunately. Let's go ahead and deal with that first and foremost. Agent Brazo. Ah, a fellow agent. Have I seen the new Clone Wars trailer? Yes, I did. Fresh from the San Diego Comic-Con today. I know a lot of Star Wars fans are very excited about that.
Hold on a moment. Scanning signals. Wait for it. There. Agent Brazo, sir, surveillance chief. Once more, Republic security falls to my methods. I shattered their communication defenses and discovered their latest secret. Apparently, the Republic's converted an old estate into an armor depot.
I don't think it's that simple.
If the Republic wanted to trick us, they wouldn't have encrypted their intel so securely. Per Directive 6291, Republic structures aiding Taris' restoration are subject to destruction. I initiated an airstrike, but the Republic's disrupting my equipment. We have only one alternative. Someone must infiltrate the Republic base, disable their signal jammers, and then manually call in the airstrike.
Infiltrate, you say?
Consider it done.
Brilliant. I'd hate to see such fantastic intel go to waste. Knock out the Republic's jammers, then use this laser designator from high ground. The Imperial fleet will take care of the rest.
I'm excited about it. I really like Clone Wars. That first season was kind of hard to get through, because you could tell they were kind of getting used to how they were going to do it and the style, but once it started picking up, it went full bore. Really enjoyed some of the stories they told. Saber, saying goodbye to Chance. Forward. Sent this to the rest of the team already. You're new, but Chance respected you, and you were part of his last mission. Hope it means something. More than you'd know. He was a brave soldier, a patriot, an animal lover, and hilarious drunk. I'll miss him. Well, you play with fire, you're gonna get burnt. Not a whole lot of sympathy here from the Chiss operative. I figured you wouldn't go to a Chiss operative for a whole lot of sympathy anyway, let alone one that you've been using mind control on. Oh, whoops, I didn't even go into the command base. My apologies. I guess this giant bunker with Imperial banners hanging from it might be a clue. And looks like we have more heroic missions. And another regular one, too. Awesome. We're gonna hit all the things here. Lieutenant Trace.
Keep your voice down. I'm almost certain this room is bugged. The Republic may be monitoring our every word. I'm Lieutenant Trace. I've been tracking Republic signals buzzing in and out of this base for weeks. I finally had to put a lockdown on all outgoing transmissions. My men can't even speak to their own mothers without my say-so.
He's got a nice voice.
Good. You dealt with the problem before it got out of hand.
Still, there's no telling how much information has already been leaked. You see this? It's a Republic transmitter. One of my men, dead now, tried to plant one under my desk a few weeks ago. I traced the bug signal to a nearby Republic listening post, a communications hub of some sort. Turns out that listening post houses one of the Republic's primary satellite arrays. It's the keystone of their entire communications network on Taris.
How do they keep such an important outpost hidden for so long?
It's located on the outskirts of a rat ghoul-infested ravine. Our patrols won't go anywhere near it. Should have known better. We have an opportunity here to end Republic snooping, leave their spies cut off and their forces running blind. Unfortunately, I don't know which of my men I can trust, so I need you to run this one. Can you destroy that listening post?
Yes, I can.
Protecting the Empire's secrets is what I do.
Then this'll be right up your alley. Knock out the satellite array and you'll render the entire listening post inoperable. Remember though, that place is a military facility, and anyone who can survive in that wilderness will be a formidable opponent.
Oh. Work, work, work. Now here is Lord Shathan, who's apparently leading the offensive.
Lord Shathan at your service. I was relieved to hear you'll be leading our assault. Judging by your track record, the Republic's grip on Taris is about to be broken. Darth Gravis, your friend has arrived.
You've performed well. Taris is scarred. The Republic's support weakened. I trust you're ready to deliver the killing blow.
How do you plan on breaking the Republic?
We will crush the Republic reconstruction and the Jedi responsible. Thanks to you, they're cornered in their base. Their final sanctuary on Taris.
We've herded them.
And soon to be their tomb. Don't worry, Gravis. I'll tear down their base, then soak Taris with Republic blood.
Why, hello, beautiful.
I was hoping you'd grace us with your presence.
Come closer and I'll grace you with my lightsaber.
Kinky.
Thana, I knew you'd come running at the first scent of blood. Unfortunately, the base's approach is infested with Republic forces. They're blocking our army's advance.
Rain bombs on their heads.
They're shielded. Only close combat will work.
Shields or not, I want them pulverized.
Consider them pulverized. I'll bring down their shields. Okay. Well, we could go ahead and just kill them all.
They'll need more than shields to escape me.
And me. I'm not passing up a good fight.
Clear the battlefield, then we'll hit the Republic base and finally drive them off Taris.
Cool. Defeat Olaris forward base forces, 0 out of 15. So it looks like we're getting our final assignments here, guys. It's been kind of short and sweet here on Taris, but I have enjoyed it. It's cool to go back to a world that was so iconic from a game that was equally so. So we've got the jamming station. Satellite array interfaces. Interference. And... okay, that's the Chronicles. That's... which one is Thieves and Liars? Ah, okay. Gotcha. So we'll head south and take care of this one first. And then we'll move on to the base and the final bit of Chronicle to read. Unless another quest hub kind of presents itself, which it very well could. But one thing I've noticed about Taris, we seem to have one quest hub per area. And I know some planets have that as their kind of normal standard operating procedure, and some don't. Ah, I've got hiccups. The Olaris Wilderness. We've got Republic Commandos. Ooh, not those kind of Republic Commandos. Not the really dangerous kind. Old Republic Commandos. A Teresian Devourer. Tons of wildlife we didn't see in the original game. Probably for the best. Revan and the gang were a little bit ill-equipped at that time. Well, this is the spot. Let's slay some commandos. Shank! Oh, they're wearing full armor and everything. Looking good, gentlemen.
All right.
And ladies. And down you go. So that's one jamming station that's about to be jammed. Raspberry.
Cypher, this is Dr. Lokin. I hope you're receiving this because I'm not going to get another chance. I'm inside Kai Sazen's base. She and her people are housed in an abandoned tunnel system in the main Republic compound. The ultrawave transmitter is here. When you arrive, I'll do my best to cause a ruckus, but please hurry.
Infiltrate. Excellent. All of that is just nearby, in the same area, so I'm glad we went here first. Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star. Actually, if Threll did it, it would be blue raspberry, I would assume. Hey, Oni. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope everything is going well in your world. And we've got to disable the orbital targeting jammer. That giant satellite dish might be a clue. And we've got Jedis and SATCOM officers and all kinds of nonsense. And it looks like a Sith is actually heading up. Oh, actually, no, that is a Sith Marauder. Well, thank you. And we got a defender here. Sleep now. And that's that taken care of. You're going to be really upset when you wake up, sir. Let the hate flow through you. It's good. Oh, where are you about to go? Heading to work? Or just out and about? I had a relatively quiet day at work today, but it's going to get really busy tomorrow. So I'm preparing myself, steeling myself for what's to come. defeat forward base forces. Okay, so we need to kill 15 of whoever these folks are. Aha! Base commandos, combat droids. Oh, those guys are adorable looking. They look like Digimon. I was a little too old to get into the Digimon and Pokemon craze. I've told people before, I was like, I'm familiar with Gen 1 of Pokemon, but everything else is a bit out of my wheelhouse. And what'd you drop? Personalized holo portrait. We have tons of gifts that we've packed up and stored in the ship, so when we get some new companions, we're definitely going to be able to get high on their list of favorite people, considering all the stuff we can give them. Hello, droid. Yeah, I just not my thing. I think if I had been younger, I would have been obsessed with it, but I did have a copy of Pokemon Red that I had on my Game Boy. I held it for many years, and a few years ago I actually sold it to raise funds for One Up on Cancer. And I don't even remember what my game looked like on it. I don't remember how many Pokemon I had or where I was. Oh, you're about to leave work for the night. You got sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Oni. You feeling okay? Now? Obviously, not when you were feeling sick, but... Oh, into blue and red? Yeah. And grenade! Down you go. Oh. And Jedi Defender.
We're getting good.
One thing I can know that I was pretty old when...
Not that I'm complaining, but don't we have a job to do?
When Pokemon came out. But it was one of those things that when I played the game, and then I got the concept of how you played the game and what the game entailed, and I was like, the people who invented this are bloody geniuses. Because I was like, I knew it right off the bat that it was just a license to print money. Gonna chill at home for a bit? Yeah. The battery's probably drained and save state would have been lost. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Good call. It was pretty old.
You and me, we're getting good.
I did not like the anime though. That came on. Just wasn't a fan for the most part. It's the same kind of problem I had with the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I actually played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game because no one else would play it in the town I grew up, and the guy who owned the game store, who was a friend of mine, asked me if I'd go ahead and play it and help him out and encourage people to play. So I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was actually, I guess, league champion for my town. And I watched the anime for a little bit, and the anime was decent, but it was very monster of the week. You know, like, here's this trainer. This trainer has a gimmick. He uses this gimmick to beat the crap out of Yugi. Yugi believes in the power of friendship, and everything turns out alright. So that gets kind of boring quick. Pokemon was very similar. Routing the Republic, lines of communication, interference, and then the Chronicles and everything down south. So we're actually just going to avoid the Sentinel droid and their annoying ability to see through stealth. Yeah, the whole friendship thing, just, I was like, you know, when I grew up, or when I was growing up, I had the Care Bears, and that was pretty much enough for me. And Winnie the Pooh and Gummy Bears, that kind of friendship-based stuff, and you get your fill of that fairly quickly, I think. And we got Jedi Masters and all kinds of nonsense around here.
Oh, Jedi Master.
Oh, whoops. I went the wrong way. I'm heading right to the agent mission, not the offensive. And you see what happens to our Sith girlfriend. We've had such a lovely business relationship. Kind of want to see where it goes. Alright, here we go. Alaris Armor Depot. And I'm hearing cantina music. That's strange. Alaris Armor Depot level 2. Is the Armor Depot being hid in a cantina? Yeah, there's the bar. Interesting. Looks like our Sith friend had already cleared the room. I'm okay with this. Now we activate the strike beacon. And Bob's your uncle, as they say. We'll get to watch the orbital bombardment, hopefully. And not die, unlike the last time. Ooh, there's the respawns. Hello, Republic soldiers. And astromech droids. Looks like we have to head right up here. Strike beacon. Stay on target. It's beautiful. Okay. Now with that done, let's read the Chronicle and infiltrate the headquarters. Well, ooh. I'm not sure. All of those are missions for the Chronicles and Thieves and Liars. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and fast travel back to the base and see if there's anything else that they're going to send us to. I know it's a little bit out of the way, but I've got a weird feeling. But how can I be okay with this? I'm completely okay with this. That XP difference is starting to get shorter and shorter as I ignore secondary objectives. Alright, Agent.
The airstrike destroyed the Republic's armor depot.
Word just reached my ear. A panicked Republic officer transmitted a distress signal warning of the lone destroyer who rained fire on their base. I'll cite your impressive... Excuse me. The Republic's discussing defensive tactics on unsecured channels, fools. Please pardon me, I can't miss a word of this.
As you were. Ah. I was like, who just ran into the middle of the conversation? Now down to the command post. See how our
my apprentice.
See how our lady friend, or see what she thinks about our reckless destruction of property. Here's hoping. Did I just move? Yep, I did. Got turned around and was going to head right out the door. Here we go. Lord Shathan, we will take care of you last. Lieutenant Trace.
All the Republic channels suddenly turn to static. By the time they get everything back online, we'll have already mopped up their scattered forces. Nicely done.
The Republic had you bugged. Your men need to be dealt with.
Don't worry, with no one to transmit to, they won't be able to do any harm. Sooner or later, they'll get desperate and slip up. I'll do a thorough check for any remaining bugs, and have the other bases do the same. We'll purge those spies yet.
That's the spirit. Level 46. Woot. And now we have got another utility point. Cloaking screen grants 2 seconds of evasion. Every time you get attacked, the active cooldown of your evasion is reduced by 3 seconds. This effect cannot occur more than once every 1.5. What is evasion? That is... 200% chance. Cunning competencies. Countermeasures purges all movement parrying effects when activated. Additionally, when sleep dart wears off, the target is struck with sedatives. Reduces the cooldown of escape by 30 seconds, shield probe by 5 seconds, and infiltrate by 60. And jarring strike. When used from stealth, backstab, and lethal strike, interrupt and knock down the target for 3 seconds. I don't know which one to go with that. I'll have to check that here in a few. We'll have a new toy.
Darth Gravis, it's time.
Prepare your assault. I thinned out the Republic forces.
And I killed more than my share.
Fantastic work, both of you. We must act quickly before the Republic deploys reinforcements. Lord Shathan, begin the attack.
At once, my lord.
Oh, I guess...
The final battle for Taris has begun. If we are to demolish this planet, you and Thana must join forces.
I've been looking forward to some one-on-one time.
I'll help, Gravis, if only to prepare for the day I strike you down.
Splendid. Your mission is twofold. Blow up the Republic spaceport and eliminate the leader of their reconstruction efforts, a powerful Jedi Master named Serek.
I assume you have a plan.
The energy reserve needed to rebuild a planet is highly unstable. Thana will overload it with your assistance. Once Master Serek falls, the Republic will be forced to abandon Taris. The spaceport's destruction will block their reinforcements and trap the doomed survivors here.
Darth Gravis, the attack's underway. Republic transports are in orbit, headed for their spaceport.
They're trying to flee. If we don't kill Master Serek now, he'll return with a full occupation force.
I'll remove Serek and end his pathetic reconstruction.
Be careful. That Jedi knows he's fighting for more than himself.
I've heard that before.
Infiltrate the Republic base. Disable the spaceport safety measures. Then meet Thana in the lower levels. Only together can you destroy the Republic's dreams.
And don't keep me waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get the chance, take out the Republic's assault cannons. They're making life painful for our boys.
I really like the Sith on this planet. Thana aside. Battle-scarred targeter's boots. Wait a minute, what am I wearing here? I assume... Okay, these are our current boots. They're okay. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. Now the question is, where is this base? And did we make the right call leaving that hub early and then coming back to turn this in? Yep. To the spaceport. We did a... That was a good call. And we don't have any fast travel, do we? Nope. Just gotta follow the road. And hopefully not get knocked off the mount. Of course, having an Imperial flight point right next to a Republic base doesn't seem like the smartest call that one can make. Okay. Should be a relatively nice, quiet flight. Or not necessarily flight, but drive. As Lennox pointed out, we're a few levels higher than everything, which definitely worked out to our advantage here because our level wasn't lowered. It was just at that fine line. So that's probably another reason we've been able to kill everything so easy. But also, things aren't going to aggro unless we fly right by them. Kind of like what happened right there to that guy. And those must be the orbital cannons. That is a sick looking design for a orbital cannon, I have to say. And in we go. How big is this place? Well, it's an old spaceport, so it should work exactly. Yeah, have the same floor plan as the ones we're familiar with. There's a Jedi champion. Disable the spaceport's force fields. Dealing with more and more elites, I'm noticing. Sleep now. And locate Thana Vesh. We'll see what she's up to. I like the Jedis who walk around with their little astromech companions. There's something kind of endearing about that, especially due to the fact that your first companion, when you play the Jedi Guardian, is a little astromech droid. That just means Threll's good at his job. That's what I like to think. Thana.
All going down.
Why? Why do you have to embarrass your empire so? Hi, friend.
I had them under control.
You sure did.
Your form was perfection. Show me a few of your best moves.
Keep your eyes off me and on these Republic dogs. Since you finally disabled the Republic's safety measures, I can force their power grid to go critical and... What? Ugh! The spaceport's set to blow, but those blasted Jedi installed a failsafe. Let's find Sarek and rip the override code from his dead hands.
Sure, let's do it. So, have fun, Thana. I'll see you here in a bit. You enjoy yourself. Now, if she dies, does the mission fail? Let's go ahead and get down to the elevator so we don't have to find out. She tries not to be a damsel in distress. Elevator go down the hall. Elevator stop. See? There's Thana. Leroy! Find Master Sarek. Find a way through the door. Okay. I guess I'll help. She's taking tons of damage from, like, a tough mob, not even an elite. How did you get this far in life? Tell me your secrets. And she's just gonna stand there. Okay, fine. Oh. And we got a blast door. Open the blast door! Open the blast door!
Calm the evacuees. The transports will be ready any moment now. The Republic will not lose Taris.
No one's leaving this spaceport alive.
We're going to kill every last one of you.
Darth Gravis is amazingly predictable. This is a trap, and you walked right into it.
Guy's got some blemishes. Or rosacea. Hi, fellas
The
and
evacuation
ladies.
transports that arrived weren't empty. They brought friends, ready to defend Taris. Perhaps you're familiar with them?
Only the Republic would consider this ragtag crew sufficient defense.
We're strengthened by our cause.
And you're wearing my hairstyle, and I don't appreciate that.
This is it. Defend Taris with your lives.
Okay. Everything burns, as Joker would say. There, eat some dots. And... oh, I'm almost dead. Holy crap. I have to use it. A heal. That's embarrassing. Shank. Okay. Pause, all of you. Kaleo was distracted. There we go. Now where are you going, Dana? Oh, we're going around. I see. Okay, well at least she didn't pull the rest of the mobs. That would have sucked. Or like pulled him as well as these guys. There we go. Oh, there she goes. At least she's waiting for our signal. Okay, Thana, anytime now. If you would like to join us. There you go. I heard a ha. Teamwork and such. And down he goes. Tunea Munitions Corp cardio package.
Too bad there aren't more of them. I was just getting warmed up. And what do we have here? Ah, Seric's failsafe code.
Something bad's about to happen. Can you take the opportunity to try and kill us?
Just punch this in and there. The power grid's overloading. So long, Republic.
Well, let's not flirt at this point.
I have to admit, you were actually useful.
I always deliver. You'd know that if... Wait a second. Those transports that brought Seric's backup, they're loaded with civilians. They're actually trying to open the hangar. They'll escape the explosion.
Let the civilians go or seal them inside to die? That's an interesting question. How do we go ahead and approach that? Do we go ahead and kill the civilians, or do we let them go? Ew. No, I figured we'd go ahead and take them out.
Lock the hangar doors. Make this spaceport their grave.
My pleasure. Too bad we can't stick around to watch.
Don't want them letting the Republic know what happened, you know what I mean? And we don't know if they're all civilians. Or were civilians. There you go.
Anyway, this place is about to explode. Much as I'd like to see you disintegrated, I suggest you run. Or stay, see if I care.
So long, kill Thana, or goodbye, Thana. Well, we do have the option to kill her, but to be fair, she's never actively tried to kill us. She's very annoying, very driven, but yeah, I don't think we should kill her, so.
The galaxy's a big place. Try not to get killed.
I can take care of myself just fine.
Off you go. She walking away from the explosion. No, actually, the doctor that we've been talking to ends up becoming our companion. Okay, time to run. I suggest you do the same, my Jedi, not necessarily friends, but adversaries. Genuinely disappointed by that. Yeah, I mean, the Imperial Agent would get all the really strong female characters. That'd be kind of cool. Well, whoa. That's another hunter. Or another agent doing their thing. Now, let's go ahead and infiltrate Kai Sazen's headquarters and get the Chronicles dealt with. That's around here. I assume a lot of these instances are for other quests doing their thing. Whoops. Hello there, Sentinel Droid. I did not see you at the top of the stairs.
Alright, make me look good.
And poisons. Enjoy. Oh, personal holocron. Or, yeah. Holo communicator.
Command to Leggett. Agent Chance has failed to report in. Therefore, I have to assume he's compromised. You are now primary on this mission.
How do I proceed, sir?
Keyword, onomatophobia. Your new objective is to retrieve the ultrawave transmitter from Kai Sazen. I still want the Jedi taken down if possible, but she can't be our priority.
I'm on my way to Kai Sazen's hideout now. Consider the job done.
May the Force be with you. Base command out.
And he has no problem using the keyword, so really looking forward to having a chance to kill him. Now, one thing we need to take into account here is one of the reasons that we're doing this isn't necessarily to serve his interest, but an army of Nikto and rat ghouls to attack both Republic and Empire, that's definitely something we do not want the Empire to have to deal with. So, if we kill the head, the body will die, because this entire culture, or this entire clan of Nikto seem pretty adamant on her being a kind of messiah figure. So if we kill her, chances are good we've broken the back of this rebellion. And we've got a Nikto chieftain. Where's the chronicle? There it is. Sleep now, Nikto fanatic. And now we kill. Shank.
In 100 years, they won't remember me for the treaty at Bresnan or how I saved Starbright Station. They'll remember me for Tosla. But I've done more than that. You'll remember for me. When I'm ready, I'll show you the things no one believes I can do.
Honor the Chronicles. So she seems to be a Jedi who had done quite a few things, and then one bad thing happened, and that's pretty much sealed her reputation. And now it seems like she's trying to fight against that. Which is interesting. Imperial Agent phase. Okie dokie. And we've got generators over here. That doesn't look pleasant. And there's our rogue Jedi.
Hey, if we kill her, can I have a lightsaber?
Sure. If you're good.
When the Nikto said someone was after me, I figured he'd be smart enough to keep his distance.
Kaas, you stole the ultrawave transmitter. I want it back.
It is he, the one who killed my brothers.
Easy, Fentar. I'm not turning over the Godera device. I'm going to use it to control the Rakghoul colonies and then take over Taris. And then, when I own this place, I'll take my cult and my Rakghouls and make a nasty little paradise for anyone who swears loyalty.
You want to rule a world?
It's my destiny. You wouldn't understand, but then, neither does the Republic.
Lord. Mistress, the scientist is gone. I can't reach any of the guards.
I'm going to deal with you. I am going to kill you. And then back to business.
Oh, that's a very greenish saber. Kind of green-yellow. I like it. Okay.
You and me? We're getting good.
Let's get to the violence. She's not even an elite mob. Like, what's going on there? Alright. Fantar is now dead. Now it's just us. Shank! And that was easy, and somewhat anticlimactic.
Oh, you cheating little... Ugh. The Nikto said you were good, but I'm still their savior.
Uh-huh.
When I'm gone, they'll sing the death song of Threshalu. What do you say to that?
Can we try and recruit her?
You're strong, ambitious, and you have no loyalty to the Republic. There's a place for you in the Empire.
Are you... Is that why you came all this way?
No.
You hunt me like you want me. Destroy everything I have. Also, you can recruit me when I'm down.
Your position among the Sith would be secure. The only price I ask is the ultrawave transmitter.
My ticket to freedom. I could live with being called Lord Sazin. The Nikto will retrieve your payment. But I need to go, before the Republic comes to see what all the fuss is about.
Yay! We've recruited... Rakghoul escaped. Neat. Oh, what's he doing? Good lord. Welcome back. He's a were-Rakghoul. Holy crap. Hey, Raven.
Invigorating.
Oh. Plot twist. And you're standing there in front of me in your undies.
I hope you don't mind that I freed myself. I wanted the chance to look through Kaisazen's research.
I think you owe me an explanation.
Yes. I was hoping to smooth things over by recovering the ultra-wave transmitter for you, but you clearly didn't need the help.
What the hell are you?
You're understandably suspicious. As soon as we distance ourselves from the Republic Army, I promise to answer all your questions.
Rendezvous at the Imperial Command Center, and don't get killed on the way.
I'll do my very best.
Okay, did not see that coming. That's awesome. So, we've recruited a Sith. Not really high on Threll's list of priorities, but it'll help the Empire's position. He does not like the Sith. He believes that some Sith are... I don't think that he would think that the Sith overall are destructive to the Empire. A good portion, the culture of the Sith, is what concerns him. Probably more than anything else. And do we... Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to worry through this. Oh, well, welcome. Alright, inventory. I'm going to go ahead and head back. Where exactly do we have to go, though, is the question. First thing we have to do is go to the Crater Command Base, and then we'll just fly the rest of the way. Whoa. Camera went a little weird there. And here pretty soon I'll be able to look at this armor set and see if it's worth a crap.
Do you require medical attention?
Sell the junk.
Be well.
Oh, no roommate recruiting? It's no worries, Lennox. I also know that it is very, very late where you are. Where are we heading next for the Empire? I actually have no idea, Oni. I've never gone past Taris before while playing, so this is going to be a brand new experience. Not sure where the next location is going to be. Now, I wonder how Shathan's going to react that we didn't kill her.
Seric's gone, and his spaceport is in flames.
Excellent. Those assault cannons hit my men hard, but they're pushing back to take the base. Darth Gravis will want to hear the details.
That I do. But first, I want to personally thank our champion.
You're welcome.
Master Seric's death marks the end of the Republic's planetary restoration. Soon, Taris will be completely ruined. A tribute to the power of the Sith, the Empire, and you.
That's good news.
Your victory will be long remembered. With the Republic crushed, we can destroy this planet in peace, especially now that Thana's gone on to torment another world. Thanks to your actions, Taris will stand as a shining testament to the Empire's supremacy. And you will enter history as the intelligence operative responsible for this planet's downfall.
Pat on the back. And battle-scarred targeter's headgear. What do we got there? Oh, I like that. I like the headpiece. That's cool. What do you guys think? With the little microphone. Do you think that fits the kind of vibe we're going for?
All right, make me look good.
It looks kind of cool. We'll have to see. We'll have to use our transmog. Well, if there's anything that Taris is going to teach us, it's our success rate in creating very violent, powerful women among Force users. Because Thana's on the rampage, and what's her name? The cult leader is now probably going to go join the ranks of the Sith.
At your service, sir. Travel route is confirmed.
I think it probably would have been a little bit more appropriate if I went sniper, but still, I think that could work out for us quite nicely. So if we go over here and go to our current outfit and commit the change. And it should be on. Not that you can see at this distance, but we'll check here in a sec. I wonder if it changes his voice at all, because that would be awesome. Now we'll talk to the doctor in the command center, and our business here on Taris is pretty much done, I would assume. We didn't see anything here in the Tularan Marsh, and I'm sure those are probably quests that we can take after we finish the main storyline here. Oh, Lord. What is that? Colonel... Oh, bother. What do you want? Heck, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, that's right. I have him to hide head slot. I don't know. We'll play around with it. Look for it in the cinema scenes.
Hold a moment, please. Colonel Sarab, Commander, 75th Legion. Note this moment, Agent. Today, you are honored by an invitation into the service of the mighty Lord Vargo. The Republic schemes against us as we speak, but my lord has foreseen their intentions, and he believes your organization's skills would be helpful in obliterating them.
With respect, matters like this are best handled by intelligence alone.
My master discovered this plot, no one else. Our troops are already deployed. You will share in our glory, or someone else will. You fought for Darth Gravis and saw the Republic's pathetic reconstruction. It shows nothing of the tremendous resources they received. My master determined that the Republic used those resources not only for rebuilding, but to construct a secret weapon. And my master is never wrong.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and ignore that because that's going to lead into another plot line, probably over here in the marsh. We've already done our legwork here. That's like going back to Balmora and doing all that other stuff. We'll stay on course. Unless you guys want me to go ahead and do that and try and find the Republic weapon. I'll leave it up to you guys and a vote. Last Raven is followed! Greetings, program. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Should we move on to the next planet, or should we go ahead and do that quest line? Because I don't even know how many quests or anything that'll be.
Dr. Lokin?
Cypher, I'd like to make a proposal. For 5 minutes, you and I pretend to trust one another. We lay our cards on the table.
Uh-huh.
No lies, no hidden recorders. Just truth.
Why don't you start by telling me why you're on Taris?
I've been studying the Rak ghouls for some time. I came to Taris to review the research of others, the same research Kai Sazin stole. My goal was to perfect a custom strain of the Rak ghoul virus. Keyed to my own genetic structure, it currently allows free reversion between human and Rak ghoul forms.
You told me you were sent by Imperial Intelligence to catalogue Nassan Godera's lab.
That was a lie. I do officially work for Intelligence, but this was a personal project. Then again, you weren't sent here by Imperial Intelligence either.
That's a very interesting theory. Maybe you should explain.
I don't think too much elaboration is wise. But your unusual contacts, your search for the ultrawave transmitter. I understand, Cypher, that working without official sanction can be a necessary evil. But given what we know about one another, I think I ought to stay close to you. An alliance rather than mutual destruction.
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
We could both go to our superiors and expose one another's secrets. But who does that help? You let me take my research onto your ship, and I'll contribute my share. Besides, with Kaisazon dealt with, I need something to keep myself occupied.
Another mouth to feed.
You keep my secrets and I'll keep yours. In the meantime, we work together.
I'll gather my belongings and meet you on board. Oh, and one last thing. About the ultra-wave transmitter. You know that Nason Gadera was notorious for hiding secrets in his devices? Encrypted codes, maps to lost projects? Just something I heard. I'll see you shortly.
Ah, so there may be an ulterior...
If he tries to talk to me,
oh.
I'm tearing his head off. Otherwise, I'm good with this.
Well, carefully he doesn't tear your head off, Kaleo. He'll go into his Krynos form and just lay the smack down. Now let's go here to the cantina vendor.
What can I get for you?
Let's look at this armor set and see what it looks like when it's finished. Do. And just like that, it's going in the bin. There we go. That was kind of abysmal. Don't want to deal with it. 78.
Come back anytime.
Where was that at? 78. Munition corpse cardio package.
All right, make me look good.
Yeah, that was horrendous. And I hear what you guys want. We will blow this popsicle stand. For sure. Just looking at stuff to sell here real quick. And we will keep that for our transmog guide. We've got med packs we can set that we can use.
You won't find a better bargain.
And then sell. Alright.
Come back anytime.
He wouldn't have the chance to. Yeah, that's true. Of course, we don't know how long it takes for him to transform. It could be kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It takes a little bit for him to go into his full, Gur form. And then Kaleo, oh yes, would definitely have put a blaster bolt through his head. Okay. Oh, yeah, that is the secondary quest because she's waiting for us right as we get on board the shuttle to get back to our ship. What time is it? Oh, got about an hour left in the stream. Made some good time.
Good to see you, Master. I applied a fresh coat of paint to your quarters. Same color, of course, only fresher.
Well, fresh is good. Vector wants to have a chat.
Last night, we ate our first ration bar since leaving the nest. We savored the flavor for 2 hours. We could taste every nutrient, every chemical compound and trace of foil. Do you know what joining the Killiks does to a person's senses?
Should I be sending you on more nighttime missions?
We can't see into every spectrum, or smell poison under our nose, but our eyesight has improved. That does bring up something we want to discuss. How do you see our role as operative on your team?
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Keeper described us as a covert assault agent. Our role as Dawn Herald gives us that capacity. We just don't know if that's the only reason we're here, or if it should be.
Okay.
If there's information you have or aid you can provide, tell me. I'm still learning your talents.
So are we, in a sense. But, Agent, our whole life, we've been a diplomat. Whatever else we become, perhaps we shouldn't abandon that so readily.
Well, if you wanna sweet talk Wow, there's still more to talk.
Agent, we hope you don't mind, but we were wondering something. Do you have a family? Siblings, a wife, people to go home to after a mission?
Not a question I was expecting, I'll confess.
We aren't trying to pry. We're just trying to understand how anyone in this job keeps a tether to the real world. None of us can exist in isolation forever.
Eventually, violence and deceit become second nature. This becomes your real world.
Maybe it shouldn't, Agent. And maybe you should find another way before it does.
Hush you.
Then again, we're new here. Apologies.
He's just trying to figure out the world around him.
Yeah.
Good old Cleo. Now, where's the good doctor? I assume in the medical bay? Those are my quarters. He better not be in there. We've got our space combat missions. There he is.
Cypher, I'm a technician. What would I possibly do?
Oh no, you're looking at that Bacta tank with longing in your eyes. Alright.
It's in your head. You can't keep it there.
This is Legate to Base Command. I've retrieved the ultrawave transmitter.
Base Command here. Connect the Gadara device to your link-up. I'll download what I need.
He's getting whatever was hidden in there.
I got word Kai Sazin escaped Taris. Took a shuttle headed for Imperial space.
She had too many guards. By the time I got through them, it was either her or the transmitter.
Damnation. Not everyone's fit to be a Jedi. The Order's practically asking them to fall. And then... Download's complete. Let's hope the genius in that thing helps us win this war.
It's breaking your skull. Can you hear it crack?
You don't look so good, Legate. Take a few days. Check in with your bosses. We'll have another job soon.
Whoa! Creepy.
Can you see? Cipher 9.
Wow.
Legate. Disposable operative. It's been a while since Shadowtown.
Hi, Watcher.
I can't move. I can barely think. What's going on?
When you met me on Nar Shaddaa, I was designated Watcher X, formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. I performed surgery on you before you murdered me. A chip in your spine to disguise your life readings. Maybe that chip is how we're talking now, or maybe it's the stress. Double agent, triple agent. The brainwashing damages your mind.
Only the SIS knows about the programming. I can't even talk about it.
I was in your position once, trapped by my conditioning, forced to subvert it. I warned you they'd do the same to you. The SIS isn't to blame. We both know you were programmed before you met them.
If the SIS didn't brainwash me, who did?
You've seen brainwashing technology before. Slave control serums on Dromund Kaas, loyalty instincts bred into Watchers, an Imperial diplomat infused with killic pheromones. The Republic is only using what the Empire put in your mind.
Suppose you're right. What do they do to me, and how did the Republic gain access?
I don't know. Being dead limits my resources.
Whoops.
If you want freedom, if you want revenge, we need more information. Imperial intelligence will have records on Dromund Kaas. Take your personnel files from the Citadel archives. Ensure no one sees you. You have no allies now.
We have a little voice in our head. Are we about
to stable?
Oh.
Our patient is awake.
Found you kissing the floor. You look like hell.
Thanks, babe.
Cleo, you always know how to make me feel better.
Guy called Jonah used to tell me the same thing. Great body. Don't mess with me like he did.
It's been a while since I played ship's doctor. There is something odd here, Cypher.
Yes. Very much so. Battle-scarred Targeter's blaster rifle. What does that look like? Like nonsense is what that looks like. Oh, wow. We gained 1,000 influence and now everyone wants to have a chat. Nobodies! Welcome! I see you saw the the nice little throwback here we've done with our Imperial Agent here. White uniform and all. Alright. So let's go ahead and talk to Cleo first, and we'll just make the rounds and have a chat with the crew.
So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
Trust me, it's not training and discipline that gets me by.
Maybe. I'm still not convinced. Admit it. We're a good team. You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff. We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced-up death machine.
That's a great band name. Or a name for an album.
Teamwork goes a long way. Imagine if we actually practiced together.
I don't need to get that good. You want to go arms shopping together, though? Let me know.
You haven't read the new books yet. I hear the new books that throw Thrawn into the current Star Wars universe are really good. Timothy Zahn did apparently an amazing job, as expected, because he's Timothy Zahn. I do need to get around to reading them, though.
You wanted to talk?
Oh, he's talking to the hive.
Yes. The suns are warmer here. Nothing that smells so green when the gamma bursts come.
Remain silent.
Even the song can rest. We must go. Auras mingle. Apologies, Agent. Emissaries from our nest. They stowed away aboard the ship and have accompanied us since we left Alderaan. They're becoming quite sociable.
I don't see a swarm around you. Can they turn invisible?
No, but they can grow very large or very small. These live within our flesh. The Killiks of Alderaan know little of the galaxy, only what they absorb through joiners. Our journey teaches them a great deal, but there is something that intrigues us, intrigues the nest. The fate of our lost kin.
What lost kin?
Alderaan has only a handful of nests, sleeping beneath the castle lands and awakening every few centuries. The other Killiks migrated off-world millennia ago.
Right.
No one knows what became of them, or whether they survived. But the migration is a primal memory. We miss them.
Well, finding Killiks could benefit the Empire due to the fact that this swarm is relatively loyal to us.
If the Citadel has any record of Killik encounters, we can find out.
We appreciate that, Agent. It may help. We don't know if it's truly important to find them, but as Dawn Herald, we'll be watching.
This must be his quest, to try and find this lost tribe. Neat. Gained a legacy level. Now, we haven't got a chance to talk to the doctor yet. Or where, Ratghoul?
Cypher, I've finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
This in-flight laboratory of mine, does it serve a particular purpose?
For now, I expect to find it occupied by the Ratghoul data we procured. But I'm sure we'll find other uses. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes. Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
Understood, Doctor. I have never been to the Zetan wastes, and we have never met.
An excellent start. I expect this should prove very interesting.
Now,
if
what
you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although, if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
I thought you could become a Ratghoul whenever you wanted.
It's somewhat more complicated and time-consuming. Well, nothing to be concerned with, but rarely an option in the field. Good day.
Shame. I was curious about that. He's like, would he turn into a Ratghoul when we're out on quest and such? Oh, Lennox, don't even worry about it, boss. It's like, what time is it over there? It's like 3 a.m., isn't it? Thanks, boss. I appreciate that. If you pass out, you have yourself a good sleep. Now, they want us to go to Dromund Kaas, but we actually have some space combat to deal with. And we get, apparently, a really nice, some really good equipment, too. Starship upgrades vendor. Both vendors can be found near the Galactic Trade Market on the fleet. 3:15 a.m. Well, how much of that currency do we have? We've got 21 fleet commendations. Let's go ahead and travel to the fleet. I don't want to go to Dromund Kaas just yet. We'll head to the fleet and see what we can get upgrade-wise for the ship, and then we'll finish the stream out doing some fun space missions. Because I know that these blue level 5 items aren't going to cut it for much longer. We need to build up the arsenal a bit. So we need to see what's available. Such a cool visual, this game. It's pretty. I'm going to be going back and forth between this and World of Warcraft, so I'm always going to be kind of comparing them graphically. So, where was this again? Just the fleet vendor, I suppose. Cantina, Galactic Trade Market. Where was that? Both vendors can be found near the Galactic Trade Market on the fleet. Ah, okie dokie. We will head down this way. Also, we need to check and see if there's any solo content for us. Now that I think about it. Activities. Boarding party and the foundry. Yeah, no solo flashpoints, unfortunately. We've taken care of all of that. How do I feel about the Demon Hunters in WoW? I've been kind of wanting to make one. Demon Hunters are a lot of fun. Definitely the most agile. If you get if you have a Demon Hunter, especially with that dash, I'd play other characters as well for no other reason that you're going to get really used to being able to hover and fly, kind of, or glide rather, and be really fast. And then every other character that you have is going to feel like you're walking through a swamp. So as long as you're able to keep that in mind,
see anything you like?
You should be fine. Or should be fine.
Come back anytime.
But I enjoy playing mine every so often. I have to be in a particular mood, though. Zerka Corporate Labs. Well, where are you? That's an item modification station. Did you lie to me, game? Is that what you did? Oh, here we go. Fleet commendation vendor. And Starship upgrades. Grade 1, Grade 5, and all of these require at least 30. Holy crap, that sucks.
Come again?
Reputation vendor.
Care to browse our inventory?
Yeah, there is nothing that we can buy. Well, that's a shame.
Thank you for your patronage.
Looks like we are doing this the old-fashioned way, folks. Just gonna head right back to the ship and see how tough these missions are actually going to be for us. I assume they'll probably be similar difficulty to some of the stuff that we... As long as they're yellow, we should be able to get through it okay. And what, we got about 40 minutes left. That should be enough for 2 space missions. What do we have first? Level 47. And, whoops. And level 48. So we'll start the Aten defense first. Remember to save your missiles for these objectives. Intercept Ace Raven bombers. This mission will be difficult if you do not have Grade 5 upgrades or higher. Cool. Let's see what happens, because we might have to go back to the auction house and actually see about maybe buying some player-created upgrades. I guess it'll depend on how crappy my flying is. Deja vu.
Keep that station intact.
Oh, we're actually defending one of these stations. That's new. I'm okay with this. There's some Republic corvettes flying around. And there are our bomber targets.
It's about time.
Aha! Now remember, we got 113 missiles. And as we've seen, these fighters now have a lot of shields.
Enemy bombers!
Okay, die, die, die. Leave my beautiful space station alone. Oh, we have defended one of these before, actually.
Target scrapped.
Now that I think about it. It's been a while, though. And it's easy to lose the fighters in the lasers. You tend not to pay attention to them. There we go. Oh, Lord. That is a big bomber wing. Come on, let us turn around there. Thank you. And that's one of those gunships that's gonna cut us into pieces. Alright, here we go. We've taken a little bit of chin music, nothing horrible. Looks like a majority of the ship is still intact. We still got 76 missiles. And we definitely, like, the second we see those bombers, they have to be our #1 priority. And we are smoking a little bit. Not what I would prefer to see. Easy. See, they have rear cannons too. That's what's messing us up. Just like the Y-Wings. The Y-Wings have a ion cannon that can be set to the rear. It can definitely do some damage to pursuing craft. Hey, Neo. My ship is smoking. Other than that, though, we're doing good. Whew.
Scratch one.
Talon fighters. Oh, here's some more. New wave. Ouch. Oh, this is going to be close, guys. We've got 5 more bombers. The ship combat in the game is actually really fun. Compared to Star Fox, I don't know, I haven't played a Star Fox since the original. That was a long time ago. It actually, I don't know if you ever played any of like the old Rebel Assault games. There's a preset path that you have to go on, but it's very arcade style, so it's very fast-paced and tests you.
Enemy bombers.
Oh yeah, but the bombers aren't a priority right now. Me not dying is the top priority. Oh, speak of the devil. Okay, so we need to head back to the fleet and get some upgrades. Those level 5s just aren't going to cut it right now at our current level. So let's go for abilities, our emergency fleet pass. And we'll see if we can get any upgrades actually at the auction house. And hopefully for a decent price. That's the X factor there. I mean, all the missiles, it's just our shields and our armor. We have the offensive capability. That's not going to be a big deal. I can work with that. It's just right now our shields and armor. Worst case scenario, there's always ramming speed. The cool thing is you have a barrel roll, Neo, and if one of the fighters runs right by you, you can actually time your barrel roll to ram into them and destroy them, which I thought was a pretty neat little touch. Thana. Aw, talking down to us already. Just like a Lady of the Sith would. Alright. To the auction house. Where hopefully prices will be reasonable, which is a rare thing in an MMO, but I have a little bit of hope considering the fact that there aren't a whole lot of servers in this game anymore. The servers that are still around are very highly populated. Not annoyingly so, though, which is great. So, category... Starship upgrade. Search. Grade 2. Concussion missile magazine. 50. Oh, that sucks. 500,000 for a missile magazine. Why? Why? Grade 6 beam charger. Now, we only have 244. We're going to have to look at this via price. See if anyone's going to be more reasonable. Which I don't see happening. There's grade 4. The missile magazine requires level 49, which we are not. The beam charger increases ship toughness by 50, and blasters do a whole lot more damage. And then we've got energy shields. It's not horrible, but we just have to really kind of pick our battles. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and buy the beam charger, because that increases our toughness. And right now, oh, we do have armor. Ship toughness is set to 3250. It's grade 6. And it's going to cost us a good portion of our coin, but that's what we have the money here for. So we might as well go ahead and use it. Alright, with that beam charger and the armor, I think we're going to be in better shape. Let's get to a mailbox and secure our ill-gotten gains. Or not ill-gotten, this was completely on the level, on the up and up. Sell our old gear. And now we have kind of an idea what we need to do.
Take a look. Everything you see is for sale. Come back anytime.
Now, the one thing I am curious... Oh, that guild. The one and only. Or that's a title, actually. I am the one and only. That's a good song. Okay, let's go with purple. Level 49. And good news, though. It looks like everything just goes up to level 50. And then it cancels out. So that's good to see. And there's no legendary or anything, so those will be the last of our Starship upgrades, which means we're probably going to be running out of Starship missions, which is not good. But, well. Let's see if this makes a difference. See if we can still manage these 2 missions. We got about 30 minutes left in the stream. Half an hour of ship-based mayhem. Once more. Hold on. How are we looking? Do we have the purples? Yes, we do. I'm ready now. Sorry. And off. Round 2. Fight. Or flight. I'm actually the only one doing space missions on the server right now. You can see on the top left-hand side,
Station intact.
it tells you how many people are in a particular instance, server-wide. And no one's doing space but me. The lone flyboy. See how much more damage our blasters do.
One more.
Oh yes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I didn't even have to use missiles that time. Now we're doing damage like we did back when we started.
Enemy bombers!
And you're heading that way. Good. I think if I had realized that we were being attacked by that gunship, we wouldn't have been nearly in the bad shape that we had been in previously. So let's hope that we don't get into that situation again. Ouch. Our shields are regenning quicker. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to focus on. For sure. Yeah, we really just have to get in the thing that anything that has a yellow trail needs to die instantly. Alright, here comes the gunship. Right here. And it's about to come into our wheelhouse. Alright, it is down. Much easier than the last attempt.
Scratch one.
And you keep those missiles to yourself. I just killed them all with the barrel roll. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. That was awesome. Okay, we're going to be smoking just a little bit. Nothing too bad. I just saw that electric bolt to the left of me. That means that they were shooting an ion cannon at us.
Enemy bombers.
Yep, those are ion cannons, alright. Now, ion cannons are designed to disable ships, not take them out. Disables electronic systems, goes through shields. Alright, we're definitely going to be smoking, but we got 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. And we need to destroy 10 more of these fighters. And they're all over the place. And more bombers. Go, go, go. Die, die, die. 2 more bombers. 4 more fighters. 2 more fighters. This was a good investment, friends. And we have obliterated the Republic escort. And here's the last bit of bombers to kill. And now we just have to survive for a minute. Just a new coat of paint and everything will look fine.
Enemy bombers.
What could possibly happen? Oh, good lord, that's a lot of bombers. Oh. Never mind, those weren't bombers. Okay, we've gotten really close here. Let's not mess it up. By the skin of our teeth. Woo!
What's next?
30 seconds. A stiff solar wind will kill us. Please. 17 seconds. Oh lord. Destroy the turrets. Or turrets. Okay, we killed them. Or he jumped into hyperspace. Got it. Huzzah! Hey, Kath. Welcome. Yeah, I got here in the nick of time. We just finished our first space mission. And what did we get? Requires level 44. That is another beam generator. That's different than the beam charger, though, right? Got armor. Beam charger. Beam generator is different. Outstanding. And that increases our shield absorption. Good. So now we got 3 purples on the ship and 3 blues. We are done with Taris. We have the Doctor. We had a pretty significant mind-altering experience, and looks like we'll be able to use the mission console here sometime soon. And we're going to be heading back to Dromund Kaas to try and look through our records and try and figure out what's going on, because we had a chat with Watcher X as well. Yeah, I can't really explain it, and I think Oni, who was here when it happened, can attest as well, and Raven, if you're still watching, that it was definitely, it's probably the most interesting thing I've seen in this game, for sure. I was very confuzzled. Now, the Clouds of Vonduro. Obliterate the capital ship's shield generators and decimate the capital ship's turrets. Which means that if I do this literally, I only take out 10% of the ship's turrets, which is not effective or efficient. If you're going to use the word decimate, use it correctly. Okay. Let's do it. Haha. Let's just say that I have created a lot of very angry Force-using women. That is my legacy on Taris. I have bolstered the dark side ranks of the Empire.
Target acquired. It's about time.
Okay, 75 fighters and 75 turrets. I think we can pull that off. Whew. Now we gotta save our missiles. I love the daytime fighting too, because that's something you don't really see a whole lot in Star Wars. It's always space, space, space.
Fire at the shield generators!
The shield generator. It is quite safe from your pitiful little band. Okay, shield generators, yes. Go, die. Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't see the gunship. Taking out my shields. Yep, that's what it does. It's dead now. Now we just got the corvettes. We are in hot pursuit. And this was another one of those missions where I was very much smoking by the end of it. Bad turrets. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Alright, what? Oh, you still have a few turrets up. Stop shooting at me. That's not nice. Oh, one's going up to ramming speed. No, not good. There'll be a lot of smoking. Now I'm trying to take out those shield generators from afar. I'm hoping. Now we took out one. We still got 61 missiles left. It's about time. So impatient. Alright. Turrets go boom.
What's next?
Oh, we didn't take out the shield generator. Crap. Getting close, though. I know we're going to have a few more passes before they're all said and done. At least we took out all of these guys. Oh, dogfight. Not good. Whoa. No. Okay. We are not falling apart. Get that out of your head, Oni. We just won. Now we just have to stay alive for 40 seconds. Easy. Whew. Man, the Imperial fleet probably love the repair bills they get from me. Those requisition forms. I'm sure Threll is very popular. Oh.
Your mistake.
Got it. Is someone smoking there? Achievement completed, Vonduro Ace. Neat. They'll both make sure you're up and getting stuff done. What is not to love? Making some strong points there. Alright, well those are our quests dealt with in terms of space. That was an adventure, and we're nearly broke. We only have 44,000 credits to our name. So, let's head back to the capital and get the mine trap quest dealt with. Hopefully maybe we can get this done before the end of the stream tonight. Now, we did get offered another quest line in Taris, Kath, to follow some army lady who wanted us to go serve a Sith Lord, very similar to what happened at when we were about to leave Balmora, but went ahead and put it to a vote, and chat said that we go ahead and blow the popsicle stand. So we have left Taris. Not going to do any kind of PS work. Which I am completely okay with. The ship battles are fun. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of variety to them, unfortunately. I think if they had... I think it kind of would have been cool if they took all the space battles and made like a separate game for it. For it using that arcade style shoot. I think that would actually be really popular because I don't think they realize anymore, at least. Now they want to make Battlefront games. But I remember when I was growing up, and Neo, you can probably attest to this, as could Lennox and anyone else, that there was a really big market for Star Wars flight sims. There was Rogue Squadron on the N64, there was Rebel Assault 1 and 2 on PC, there was X-Wing on PC, there was the amazing TIE Fighter on PC. Like, people used to love flight sims. And that doesn't include, like, the Wing Commander games and all that. There's still a significant, like, market for that. And yeah, an arcade-style shooter based on this system, I think, would be a license to print money, for sure. Rebel Assault can rot in hell. I like the second one. The second one was okay. I never liked the gameplay of Rebel Assault, but I didn't mind, like, the story. The Rebel Assault 2 had the TIE Phantom, didn't it? Now, do we go... Yeah, Imperial Intelligence Headquarters. The canyon missions. Yeah, those are some of the most horrible missions to introduce a game with. Like, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and Rebel Assault did not do a good job. Of course, that was back in the era where Star Wars games traditionally were, like, stupidly hard. Any Star Wars game you played was normally had a very high difficulty level for the time. Alright, we're heading to Intelligence Headquarters. Remember, Watcher X said that we trust no one. No one's on our side. Oh, wow. Well, that sucks, Kath. I'm glad that you're able to get over it, though.
The dispatch from Cypher 4 is in. More Republic support on Manan.
Manan!
The operation. I'll hold on.
Are we going to Manan?
Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I have some research I want to do. I was hoping to visit the data archives.
Of course. But you really don't have to come all this way. I can assign analysts to you.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon.
Okay, definitely do not want them to be suspicious. And as you can see, Kath, Threll has some headgear now. He has a headset with a microphone. Let's Plays are your jam? Well, I appreciate that Let's Plays are your jam. And now we get to go into an area of intelligence we haven't gone to before. Ready? Elevator go down the hall. Elevator stop. Yeah, Watcher X was kicked off for complete paranoia and madness.
Look around. Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
You're giving advice to the person who killed you.
Yes. If I'm the result of brain damage, you must have a warped sense of humor.
Fair.
If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
Hello, security droids. We'll go ahead and go stealthy stealth. And I have a feeling we're going to have to avoid all these guys a little bit later, and they're already scanning Kaleo, which is not a good sign. Or not a good testament to her stealth abilities, at least. Okay,
This is Watcher 3. Cypher 9, are you down there? We're reading a power failure. The exit's sealed automatically, and droid safeguards are coming online. They'll fire at anything. Stay put until we get the backup system up.
We can't see you. Slice the system while you can.
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but we're fine. Everything's fine here now. How are you? Oh, crap.
You and me? Getting down.
Alright, well, those Sentinel droids are formidable in terms of seeing through stealth. Just put this on my tab, guys. Is that a Sith holocron just sitting there on the table? That doesn't seem safe.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cypher 9. Watcher X. Killick joining. SLV-16 serum.
Searching. One record found. Displaying abstract.
Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cypher 9. Despite his effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over his confrontation with Darth Jadus. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cypher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cypher 9's mind. He will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
So it was the Sith who were behind it, and Keeper knew. Or, Keeper Prime, I suppose, the original Keeper. Interesting. Well, we may have to go ahead and pay him a visit, if that's possible. Please don't break my stealth. Oh, he broke my stealth. Once we get hit with that laser, that's it, man. And unfortunately, I don't have the bounty hunter ability of being able to disable droids. Shank. Yeah, let's go ahead and put an end to that while we can. There we go. And that did absolutely nothing. Love it. Any more droids of that particular ilk? Nope. Lovely. Just in time, too. Oh, crap. We gotta go on the... we have to go on the other side. I was leaving too early. We had a second archive terminal to check out. Now I hear the droids. I cannot see them yet. Shank!
Alright, make me look good.
Quick and clean. And now we clear the room. And archive droids have been destroyed. Absolutely. Anything that's a threat that's not a Sith, that's not in their club.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, Castellan restraints and reversal.
One record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Let's do it. More serum,
Security
please.
override. Terminal shutting down.
And then slice the third archive terminal. Danger, Will Robinson. Everyone gets boomed. At least we're not killing security personnel. That could be unfortunate to have to explain.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum.
We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source.
Okay. Kesh.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
I'm going to Quesh to formulate that serum. I'm going to undo this programming.
Soon.
This is Watcher 3 to Cipher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
Sure. Please tell me there's a quote about a slight weapons malfunction. That would be amazing. And we're back to the security cameras. Oh my god, what happened to our droids? They fell. Okay, now we can leave. And you guys are the only droids left standing. You are truly a paragon of your design. Exit the intelligence archives. And then once we get to a stopping point, we can go ahead and end the stream for the day. Actually, for the week, sadly. But we'll be able to pick it up again soon. And we may have a welcoming committee.
Cypher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
Did the whole Citadel go dark? Or just the archives?
Archives plus a few secondary systems. No harm done. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored. And, you know.
There's no time. The information I found is vital, and I have to reach a contact immediately.
Keeper said you might need a loose rein. Fine, but we may call you back later. Go.
One of these days, I swear I'll shoot my way out of here.
Possibly, but not today. Alright, guys. Yes, and I think the Chiss word, yeah, with multiple, 20 syllables, it will definitely be high on the agenda. But the plot has definitely thickened, guys. I'm really liking where the storyline's going and all the twists and turns. It's what I would hope from this class story, and we're definitely getting it. But we will go ahead and end the stream, and we will pick it up next time. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks to Neo and Kath and Oni and Raven and everyone for hanging out and talking some Star Wars and random geekiness. But if you guys liked it, if you haven't followed the channel, please go ahead and do so. I try and stream at least every weekday. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you guys next time as we continue Threll's quest through the shady world of Imperial intelligence. Later days, everyone.